Bonjour, film lovers! Did you know that you can subscribe to us on iTunes, Spotify, and Stitcher Radio? We also have a website, realnerdspodcast.com, where you can find cool articles and other ways to listen to the podcast. You can also follow us on social, Facebook at Real Nerds Podcast, and Twitter and Instagram at Real Nerds. You can also call us at 720-6nerds5. We will listen to it, we will play it, and we will probably commentate on it. Also, email us at realnerds@gmail.com. Anyway, enjoy the episode.
Camera, action!
Well, a real nerd knows who shot, and a real nerd can follow the plot, and a real nerd
Just
can...
talk film! I'm sorry.
Take it outside.
Well, a real nerd knows who shot, and a real nerd can follow the plot, and a real nerd will give it all they got. Lights, camera, action! Real nerds.
This is Real Nerds Podcast. We are the best movie podcast on the internet. You can't even debate it because it's true. I am joined by Brad.
Hey, what's up?
Oh, you know, just trying to get over what you've subjected me to after, you said 11 years. I thought it's been since we started the podcast.
It's 11 years for the I saw it before James saw it. So for me, it was 12 years.
Gotcha. So, yeah, you forced me. You kidnapped me, showed up at my house, dragged me to the movie that is quite possibly considered one of the worst movies of all time. The Room. Tommy Wiseau's The Room. I mean, you have to kind of qualify it because, you know, Brie Larson made a really great movie called Room that sometimes gets confused with it.
And won an Oscar for it.
Yeah. I mean, I can't believe Tommy Wiseau didn't win an Oscar.
He's going to get a Lifetime Achievement Oscar.
Yeah.
Pretty sure.
I mean, he did not I did not. Oh, hi, Mark.
I'd like to thank the Academy for this.
So stay tuned. We'll recommend the film or not, and then play the trailer. I mean, I guess you can spoil a movie that's not only, what does it come out, 2001, 2002?
2003, I think.
So yeah, so a movie that's 20 years old or over 20 years old, and then we'll talk about it. Now, there is a caveat to this, Brad, is the reason you wanted me to see it is you said you have to see it with an audience, because the audience at the wonderful Esquire Theater in Denver has rituals for this film. And you said, don't watch it without the audience the first time because it'll be a slog. And are you telling the truth? Well, let's find out. Brad, do you recommend The Room?
Only if you watch it with an audience. Yeah, I can't imagine watching this by yourself alone at home. You would not see what everyone else sees in this movie that way. So yeah, if you're gonna watch it, at least, you know, it's a good party movie. Like, just put it on with friends and have a good time making fun of it.
Did I enjoy this movie? I did not. But I will say, you're 100% correct. At least the audience made it fun. And we'll get into that. Watching this movie without an audience, I wouldn't do it at all. But I mean, the trailer has to be high quality. I mean, if the editing and everything else in the movie is what I saw in the actual movie, then the trailer, I'm sure, is quality. Here's the trailer for The Room.
A perfect world.
These are for you.
Thanks, honey. They're beautiful.
A perfect life.
I would do anything for my girl. I love you, Lisa.
I love you, Johnny.
He provides for you. Darling, you can't support yourself.
I don't love him anymore. He didn't get his promotion. And he got drunk last night. And he hit me.
It's not true. I did not hit her. Well, maybe you should have a girl, Mark.
Yeah. Yeah, maybe you're right. Maybe I have one already. I don't know yet. We can't do this anymore. Johnny's my best friend. This will be our secret.
Don't worry. You can trust me.
We are expecting.
I'm your future husband.
You sure about that?
Please talk to me, please.
You're having an affair with Lisa, aren't you?
I need more from life than what Johnny can give me.
She's a sociopath. She can't love anyone.
There is no baby. I told him that to make it interesting.
But you're such a manipulative witch.
You're hurting yourself. You're hurting our friendship.
I treat you like a princess, and you stab me in the back.
You are tearing me apart, Lisa.
Hey, Danny.
Where's my money, Danny?
Put the gun down.
What the hell is wrong with you? Just shut up.
What? Hey! I'm fed up with this world.
The Room, a film with the passion of Tennessee Williams, directed by Tommy Wiseau. The best movie of the year. Experience this quirky new black comedy. It's a riot.
So I'll just give a basic premise of The Room. Tommy Wiseau is some sort of successful banker who's in line for a promotion, and he loves his girlfriend Lisa, but for some reason Lisa fucking hates his guts, and he's like,
because he's not getting the promotion, dude.
I know, yeah, I know, but they write him as like this guy who takes in an orphan who's, I don't know, 50 years old, and pays for his college. His friend's really nice to him. And then for some reason, unbeknownst to me, because I didn't understand when you're watching the film, when they start rolling the credits, people booed the lady who plays Lisa. And I go, why are they booing her and cheering everybody else? And then you watch the movie, I'm like, oh, she's a horrible fucking person.
Yeah.
I mean, you've seen, how many times have you seen it, Brad?
At least 16.
Am I missing something in her character arc where she just like flips a switch and hates him all of a sudden?
Nope.
Okay.
she flip flops a couple times in that movie, actually.
She does, but it's weird. Her mom shows up and they have these really weird conversations, and then, well, what's fun about the audience is they kind of point out the absurdity in the film. Her mom and her have these scenes where they have these, hey, he's a good person. Don't treat him wrong. Don't mess up your life. Well, I'm going to go. You go, what?
Yeah. People pop in to have a quick chat, and then they just leave. And a popular thing is to say, like, you just got here.
Or they pop in to have sex. Like, I think that's my favorite part of I have a couple favorites with the audience. A lot of, who are you?
Yeah. Yep. Random people who are not formally introduced appear in the movie. And yeah, there's 4 sex scenes. They're just like a slog. One of them is just recycled footage from the other one. Yeah, it's it's a mess.
So anyways, so Tommy still wants to marry her. For some reason.
They've been together either 7 years or 9 years, depending on where you are in the movie.
I mean, it's just, what's so funny about it is, and here's the thing, is I don't know anything about Tommy Wiseau, but my guess is
nobody does.
He's definitely an immigrant to America. He decided that he was going to make a movie, and he realized his dream. And now he's gained this cult status because the movie is so bad. So there is a part of me that is somewhat, I respect him for doing what he wanted to do, because he's the writer, the director, the producer. So he made it, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So there's definitely that element to the film, but obviously he's an amateur. Is The Room his first movie?
I believe so.
Because obviously no one's editing him. Because and checking what he's writing, there's a part where he and his friends get ready for the wedding midway through the film, and it seems like they're going to go to the wedding, but they just play football in the streets, and then they're not married, and they're still waiting for this party that Lisa's put on for Tommy.
It's his birthday, yeah.
Oh, that's right. It is his birthday. Oh, but I left out in a crucial part. When asked what his job is by his friend Mark.
Mark.
He says, I can't tell you what I do. I work for a bank and very important.
Yeah, I can't talk about the clients. Yeah.
Yeah.
I can't talk about that, Mark.
Yeah, but what's so funny about the dialogue and the script is they'll have a moment where they'll talk about one thing and then instantly talk about something else. Yeah, and like I don't understand. So he hooks up a tape recorder to the phone somehow. I mean, it's helped by the audience singing the Mission Impossible theme.
Yep.
But he's also, before that, he saw Mark and Lisa like talking about how much of a loser Tommy is.
Yep.
Or Johnny. But then later, after this huge party where he sees them do this movie, I can't. Like,
you're jumping around so much.
I know, well, because it doesn't make any sense.
I think what's important is, did you have fun?
I did.
Yeah. It's not so much about the movie itself. Like, we all watched it. We know it's like hard to process, and people alleviate that difficulty by just making fun out of it.
Yeah, it's just fun because, and once you get into, because me, I'm not a big fan of people talking in films, but you need to in this one, and you need to have stupid shit happening constantly.
Yeah, a new thing that I haven't seen before is those guys who brought the pillows into it and then had the pillow fight in the audience during like the bed scene. Like, that was a new one.
Hey, and this time, a lot of people ran up to be looked at by Johnny.
Yeah, because the guy who always sits in the front row, middle seat, got out ahead of everything. So, like, yeah, that I think, like, people were able to like spot it sooner, whereas me, who sits in the wings all the time in the dark, probably like left people like, what's that guy doing? Yeah, this is like some rando running from like halfway through the back. Yeah. But yeah, so there's a bunch of people. So hopefully that played well for everyone else.
No, it was fun. The constant yelling of water and where are we?
Spoon.
Park that car.
Yeah.
It's just, the movie is so bad that it just begs to be seen with an audience. Where you see Avengers Endgame with an audience and the experience is so great because everybody's invested in the characters, and when someone dies, people cry. Here, people are invested in how shitty it is. And what I loved is people have seen it enough to create basically a community of other people to go along with their chanting. When it pans across the city and they go, 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 go. The cameraman who can't focus, or the cinematographer.
Yeah, fuck you, Todd.
Yeah, people yelling at his name.
Yeah.
He's his best friend.
Yeah, count how many times he says, anyone in the movie says, but he's your best friend.
Yeah.
They say it so they used to count them, but people now they just say like, he's your best friend, because I think people just lose track of them. You count how many times they throw the football to each other. Like, they count like each pass.
Yep.
Yeah, there's some not so great stuff, like misogynistic comments they make towards Lisa.
Oh yeah.
Like her being ugly, or
but I mean, she's also not a great character. So
yeah, but yeah, character wise, yeah, but as a person too, like if she was in the audience, that would suck.
Yeah, I was curious about that when people boo her, and if she goes to these screenings and she's just devastated every time she goes.
I think I saw some documentary or something where she hasn't participated in any of this since the movie. Like, it was like one and done for her.
Yeah, it's hard because she's.
So I don't think
One,
she had
her
a great time
character
filming it either.
Well, yeah, her character is poorly written, makes horrible decisions, is a horrible person, and she's naked in it a lot. So I
Yeah.
can see how you probably don't want to be around that movie anymore.
Yeah.
Yeah, because even and characters' motivations change constantly. You know,
Yeah.
first,
Yeah, for someone who hates Johnny so much, like she's really upset when he shoots himself in the head.
I know, and that's like maybe the saddest part of the movie is just why did he kill himself?
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah, just because obviously
guess
if you
the
saw the
point-
Disaster Artist, he's a big fan of Rebel Without a Cause and whatnot, and
yeah,
just has to take the most dramatic take possible. Because like you
Yeah,
said
I
before,
guess.
is this his first movie? It's also they say don't turn in your first draft, like rewrite it a couple times. And I think just, in the indie circuit, self-financing and everything, no one said no. And he was the guy with all the money. So
yeah,
people had to go along with it. So, yeah.
yeah, because even have the one guy they don't even say who his name is. I'm pretty sure it's supposed to be Peter, who couldn't come back
Yep.
to film the scenes because it's like he's invested in it, and as an actor, he's actually not that bad. But his dialogue has no context because he supposedly knows these people really well, but you've never seen him in the movie before.
Yeah. God, and half the dialogue is just like, why are you doing this? You're going to break up our friend group.
I mean, my favorite part is the random drug dealer that shows up for Danny.
Yeah, Chris R. Yeah. Who's like the most serious actor in the movie. Like he should be on an episode of Law and Order or something.
Yeah. And everyone's yelling at Danny. Why are you doing this? Why?
How many drugs did you take?
They don't even specify what drugs he's taking, just that he's done it.
He's just done drugs. Like, yeah.
Yeah.
You're not my fucking mother.
And
It
that's
matters
actually
a great deal.
Yeah. It's I wanted to watch Napoleon Dynamite after I watched this too, because there's a scene where Lisa calls Mark and she says, I just want to see you. And Mark's line is, I saw you like 15 minutes ago.
I know. Like they were just at the on the rooftop scene together.
Yeah. It
What are you
just
talking
reminds me of
about?
something Napoleon going, I already told you, gosh. Whatever
Totally.
flip I want to do.
The other funny thing is when they haul off Chris R, they presumably they take him to the police office, which must be on the same block.
I guess. Or
Yes.
it's like in the basement of the building.
Yeah. I think God, they come back and say something, I forget what it is, but it just like alludes to the fact they were gone for a long time. Like, no, you weren't gone for a long time.
Yeah. And because that's such a weird scene too, because it comes out of nowhere. And then Johnny and Mark beat him up and drag him down the stairs. And then he comes back up and he says, you know, Danny, I'll do anything for you. That's why I pay for your college.
Yep.
What is going on?
Yeah.
I can't even keep the scenes straight because I couldn't. I mean, you've seen it more than I have, but it just seems everything was so edited poorly. I can't keep one way or another.
Well, I think they just, probably didn't shoot some of the movies, so they just like put together as much as they could. Because I think they had that falling out towards the end of it. Like, it's like
Yeah.
moving. You get to the very end, and it's just like the tedious, most slog of stuff. So I think
I
that's
know.
probably what happened. Shooting it was just like eventually a lot of people just like bailed because they saw how shitty it was being. Yeah.
Yeah, it is. So is he supposedly hard to work with? I mean, I don't know anything about. I mean, I've seen The Disaster Artist, but I don't
Yeah.
know anything of like beyond that. I have no knowledge of who he is.
I've read the book and it's pretty much like the movie, but Tommy's just such a mysterious guy. Like you can't look up his age online or where he's from. I've met him briefly when he's come to the Esquire, and you don't really get to like he had a Q&A once, and he just kind of talked about stuff you already know about the movie, and then he had like a Q&A, and people just asked him anything, and a lot of questions were just like, would you be half man or half sausage types of questions, and he'd just be like, I'd be a tiger. you know, or he'd be like, or he'd shoot down a question like, "That's dumb. I'm moving on. Next one." Like,
oh shit, that's
yeah.
awesome.
And you know, no one really knows where his money comes from. He hasn't sold it in a while, but the early ones I used to go to, he would sell like his like premium underwear and jeans and belts and stuff. So I think he has a history in like the fashion industry. And, you know, I don't want to assume anything, but I kind of get the feeling like, you know, watching The Disaster Artist in this, like he might have like been in, and also Big Shark. He might have been in some kind of accident and like he just has a brain injury. And so like that's might be where the accent or whatever comes from and his like demeanor.
Gotcha. Yeah, it's an odd movie. I mean, he's also like fucking her stomach or something in the sex scenes.
Yeah, just trying to avoid like yeah, it's
yeah, I guess grinding against her. You know, most movies have, you know, I think they're called intimacy pillows or something like that,
or intimacy coordinators. Yeah, but that was like that was like out of COVID and everything.
Yeah.
So yeah, this is 20 years ago. So I think it was just a matter of like everyone's just like not professionals and he doesn't know how to direct. And so it's just like, you know, I don't want to.
And if you ever wondered if there should be intimacy directors on sets, watch a movie like The Room and you can see why they're necessary.
Yeah. Yeah. It's just like, I was like, man, that must not have been fun for them doing that stuff. Yeah. Like any smart person would just cut those scenes. Like they're just not essential to the movie at all.
No,
like,
it's
just dissolve away to the next scene.
It's just a way to get boobs in the movie.
Yeah. And I don't know if it was a malicious, I think it was just like a way to emulate other movies you've seen that does that.
Yeah, I don't think it was malicious. I think it's just a way to have it in the film. And the writing and the editing and directing process seemed to struggle with if it was a good idea to continue to have it in the film.
Yeah. I think it's like there's so many like adult movies in like the 90s that just had unnecessary sex scenes that, you know, like 2003 it's like, oh, I'm going to copy what I've seen. So
yeah, I don't disagree.
But I think the next thing I kind of want to see it in a different city to see if people do the same stuff. You know, someone should make a documentary, I guess, about the live experience of The Room because I haven't seen that yet, and see if it's like different across the country.
Well, I mean, you're a filmmaker, Brad. I'm just saying.
I could do that. I could.
You could.
Need some traveling money.
Oh, pitch your idea to someone, and they might, you know, help you with that. I don't know. I don't know how to do that.
Speaking of traveling, so coincidentally now, The Room is now showing soon, I think March, at the Draft House with Greg Sestero in person.
Oh, really?
So I don't know if that's something you want to experience.
I'll have to think about it.
I was thinking about it and I was like, I can't remember if the Draft House audience does the same thing. I don't know. I can't, like, I only remember because when they have it, like Greg's there or Tommy's there. And so I remember those parts, but for the life of me, I cannot picture sitting in the theater watching the movie if people do the commentary or not.
Yeah, it's probably because you've seen it so many times.
It's just a blur. I'm like, I think I'd remember that like at the Alamo, but no, I just remember like the in-person stuff. And so I don't know if it's an Esquire only thing or not.
I mean, it can't be. There has to be a reason because it plays all over the place. There has to be something with it, you know?
Yeah, I imagine like someone who saw it in LA and they had a bunch of screenings and developed all these things. I imagine that person moved to Denver and then started doing it at the Esquire. And I think that's how it got there. But it'd be even more amazing if like what we're talking about is Denver specific.
Yeah. You should just put the question out on social media and see how it responds or if it gains any traction.
Yeah. Maybe. I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know either.
I'd pretend to be Mark when he's talking to Peter. Or no, he's like And they're on the rooftop, and Tommy's like,
Try
maybe
to
you should
throw
get
him
yourself
off
a
the
girl,
roof.
Mark. Like, maybe I do. Oh, yeah. Almost kills a guy, and then Peter's just like, nah, it's okay, man. Brush it off.
It's what you do, right? You try to kill your friends.
Yeah. We've had arguments where I've tried to throw you off a roof before over movies,
That
right?
is true. I mean, I did get thrown off the roof by you one time, but luckily you threw me right into a dumpster, so
Yeah,
it was good.
That was lucky, yeah. I did not expect that dumpster to be there.
The dumpster full of pillows.
Yeah.
So
someone threw out all those pillows. It's crazy.
So you're lucky, bro. 'Cause if you would have killed me, I would have come back and haunted you. Anyways, so yeah, the movie is awful. Even it's hard to get past because it's so bad. Sometimes you can watch a movie, but if I was going to say anything, I would definitely see it with an audience and experience it with them because it was lots of fun.
So remember, every last Friday at the Esquire here in Denver, you can experience this like we did.
And you won't be sorry. I mean, I took my wife.
Oh, yeah. I forgot about
I was
that.
surprised she wanted to come with us. Because I told her, I asked her, I said, you work on Friday? And she said, no. I said, okay, well, I'm going to go see this really horrible movie with Brad. And she says, can I come? I said, do you want to? And she said, well, what movie it is? I said, The Room. And then she asked what that was. And I said, well, it's the movie that was made that The Disaster Artist is based off of. And she said, oh, I want to see that. Okay.
Yeah. What did she think of the movie?
Basically what we're both saying is that it's total garbage, but it's fun to see people be silly and stuff.
I saw her lean over to you sometimes. I thought she was just falling asleep. Like she checked out pretty early.
Yeah, she probably did. And she's notorious for sleeping during movies.
Yeah, that's cool. I didn't know she hadn't seen it before. I figured she might have, but
yeah, because it was kind of getting really popular when she was in college,
Yeah.
But she had fun. And that's the secret in anything, is having fun.
I guess my other question is, unlike me, you had the experience of watching The Disaster Artist first.
Yes.
So I'm curious, what did you have any expectations that it didn't meet?
It was way more incompetently made than I thought it was going to be.
Wow.
Because The Disaster Artist, it really just takes the big highlighted scenes. You're tearing me apart, Lisa. And kind of builds scenes around them. And then when you watch the movie, there's another, 80 minutes of the movie you have to endure, which is really, really brutal. Yeah, but I mean, you warned me enough and I knew it wasn't going to be a great movie. But it is a good experience, if that makes any sense. The movie is not great, but the experience seeing it with a live audience is pretty great.
Yeah. That's the first way I saw it. And yeah, after I was done, I was like, well, I guess I kind of saw it on Adult Swim when they did that April Fool's prank. But I didn't watch the whole thing. I was just like, what the fuck is this? Like, where's Aqua Teen? And then after 5 minutes, it's like, oh, moving on. And then, yeah, later I learned the mystique of the whole thing. And I saw the live stuff and I was like, oh, this is what, this is why the prank is here. So yeah.
Yep. So yeah, that was my experience with The Room. I don't know why it's called The Room either.
It takes place in a room.
Yeah, it takes place in a couple rooms.
I like the back door they have that, for one scene they come through and they just go right back out the front door.
My favorite part is when they're at the party and Lisa says, it's getting hot in here. Everybody, let's go outside. And everybody goes outside and then she pulls Mark back in and they have a passionate kiss where that one guy who you don't know who he is, it says, what's going on here? Johnny's a good man.
Why are you doing this?
Is it just because he didn't get the promotion at the bank? That's not his fault. It's politics.
Dude, the women in this movie, like, explicitly said, like, marriage is not about love. It's about taking care of yourself.
And I mean, he had to deal with the disability of not knowing how a chicken sounds. I mean, as this was going on, I was like, I don't think that's how chickens sound, but how do chickens, how would you, I guess, bok, 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 I guess, is the universal.
Baby chicks, I guess.
Yeah. And remember when Danny and Lisa had that one-on-one sitting on the floor for no reason?
Yep. Or that one part where he's just looking out the window when Mark's talking to him.
Yeah.
Like he's expecting Chris R to come back or something.
I did laugh out loud when you yelled, "How old are you?" to Danny. That was funny.
That's not mine. I've heard that before. Yeah.
But it's like he acts like he's a teenager, but he has his own apartment and goes to college. So I guess he's in his 20s. I don't know.
I think
like he's 30.
I think the actor is actually in his 30s, and that's why people say it. Because if you look at him now, it's like, God, you were Denny like 20 years ago. Like I can't process. Like you look like you're 50.
Who are you? How old are you?
Yeah, and the mom, like every time someone touches her, they get cancer.
Yeah.
And she just casually just points out, no one listens to me, and I'm dying.
Yeah.
I definitely have breast cancer.
Yeah.
Like it's no big deal.
That was a weird scene. I got the results back, and I have breast cancer. Mom, you'll be fine. But what about you and Johnny?
Yeah.
What? Let's just move past this breast cancer reveal.
Yep. And he hit me. I don't love him anymore. And he hit me.
I did not.
Which, how does he know? Like, he never said that.
I was wondering, too, because who told him?
Like, the mom never confronts him, like, yeah, my daughter told me you hit her. Like, that never happens.
And then she told her one friend, too. I mean, what is going on with this movie? Anywho. So, yeah, see it with the live audience. I mean, I guess if you're glutton for punishment, see it by yourself.
Peter, do you have any advice for me? I could use like the advice of a psychologist. And like, I don't know. That's really this. I think only a psychologist could answer that. Like, well, you're a psychologist, Peter. Something like that. Yeah.
Remember when she got Johnny drunk too? He doesn't drink.
That's good. Like Scotchka, Scotch and vodka mixed together. Scotchka. Yeah. I'm tired. I'm wasted. Make love to me, Johnny. She's pretty good when I can get it. Like, dude, we just saw you get it like twice.
Yeah, no doubt. I don't think that's an issue with Lisa.
Yeah. He sure acts like he can't.
Yeah.
Oh, and then Mark's like, yeah, I think it was Betty. Like, yeah, we just didn't like, she wasn't good in bed or whatever. And, but yeah, she met this other guy and he beat her. And he's like, that's a great story, Mark.
Yeah.
An appropriate response.
Yeah. That's right. Oh man, there's so much to unpack in the movie.
Yeah, and the person at the flower shop, like when Tommy shows up and she's like, "Oh, Johnny, I didn't see you." Like, how could you not see that guy or recognize him?
Yeah, he literally walked straight towards her.
Yep, and he's Tommy Wiseau. Like, how do you like not recognize that guy?
And his and the ADR did not match whatever she was saying in the original script.
Yeah,
original shoot. I don't know what's going on. But...
Here's the flowers you ordered. That's me. Bye, doggy.
I like to. Everyone's like, "Shut up!" They want to hear the "bye, doggy" line.
There was a good, I don't know, 10, 20 minutes in the movie that they was like it was quiet. Like you could usually hear a lot of the dialogue over the crowd. And so, someone came back from the back, and I think they boosted it like halfway through. So I think you missed a lot of good stuff in the beginning. But yeah. Anywho.
Yeah. I don't know any big movie news of the week, so Um, I'm just skipping right into what we've been watching.
So, yeah, this is the stuff we've been watching.
Oh, hi, Brad. What'd you watch this week?
Oh, hi, Ryan. I watched two things. Or did I talk about the live action Oscar shorts last week?
No.
Okay,
did not.
so I saw the live action and the animated. I thought the live action was the best of the selections. The live action has the Wes Anderson short, The Wonderful Life of Henry Sugar, which is like, wow. Like, I liked it more than Asteroid City. It's short, so it's not like a full movie, but like he tells this epic story in such a minimalist way that's also like super creative. And you can watch this on Netflix if you want to see it, like by not going to the theater. But I was just blown away like how creative it is. And it's about this guy who's like just kind of like a rich playboy who eventually through his like little pranks or whatever, discovers like this way to like use your mind to like get what you want, and then by the end of it, he just wants to help the world. So I thought that was really cool. And then there's this other one that was it's called Red, White, and Blue, and it's got this twist that just blew me away, because the whole movie you're just watching this waitress, and you know she needs to get an abortion, and so you're just kind of watching her try to figure out how to like cross state lines to get it. And so you're like, oh, like that's the thing, is like how difficult it's going to be for her to cross. It's like a commentary on, 2023.
Yeah.
And she takes her daughter with her. And I don't know if I really want to say the twist, but I probably shouldn't, but just like they have like a little buddy road trip together. And when they finally get there, there's this twist that's just like, oh, that's why this movie's in here. It was like, wow, how did I not see that coming? That was incredible. So yeah, that was good. And then the animated shorts, really short. It's like the whole thing's like 88 minutes. They had to add 2 movies that aren't Oscar nominated to it just to like fill out the runtime. But the 2 that were most interesting were there's this one where it's animated on the Unreal Engine, and it's like these 2 warring factions, and 2 of the soldiers are playing from either side are playing chess against each other, and they send like a messaging pigeon each of the moves, and as they do it, like the other soldiers kind of get in as spectators, and then eventually like the commander comes in and he's like, breaks everyone up and sends them out to war, and then the 2 chess players meet each other on the battlefield, and then they're realize who they are, because the one dude's been storing all the paper in his pocket, and so it comes out and they realize who they are, and then they just like don't want to kill each other, and then they have to like dissolve the rest of the battle. So that was really cool. And then the one before it, I'm suddenly just blanking. I can't remember what it was, but I think that was the best one, if I can look it up real quick.
Yeah, I was thinking about taking my kid to the animated shorts thing.
They're pretty dark. Like
okay.
There's one I fell asleep in, and it was about like an elderly guy. He's in a classroom. Like all the art is in all these is great, but yeah, the Letter to a Pig, like it's an elderly guy in a classroom of kids who don't care about what he's talking about, but he's talking about like a genocide that he had to endure. Yeah, and then there's one called Pachyderm, and no one talks, but visually you find out that the grandfather's been raping his granddaughter.
Oh yeah, maybe I won't take my kid to those.
Yeah, the first one, Our Uniform, was really creative because it's all animated on denim, so it's all these paintings on jeans, basically, about an Iranian woman who just wants to be free but has to wear the hijab all the time. So. But the other really cool one was 95 Senses, and it's actually made by the people who did Napoleon Dynamite.
Oh, really?
Yeah, it's about you don't initially know what it is. It's just like an old guy talking about his 5 senses and how like important they are, and then in the middle of it, you find out he's on death row.
Oh, geez.
And why he's on death row, and you're just like, damn, that's just like, he's talking about how to appreciate life and stuff. So yeah. Yeah. And then the last thing I saw was Driveway Dolls,
Oh, yeah.
which
Is it the Ethan Cohen or Joel Cohen? I can't remember.
Ethan, I think. Yeah. But yeah, it's not it's all right. Like it's really edgy. The what's in the case when when it's finally revealed, I'm just kind of like, all right. That's not that interesting. But like I guess it's just kind of fun. Like the successful part of the movie is the back and forth between the two lead girls who are lesbians and the journey they go on. Everything else around is just kind of like, I don't know, kind of all over the place. They got these two hitmen after them, and they're kind of like, there's like a lot of, I don't know, Tarantino-esque dialogue scenes that I just was like, why are we talking about this? I don't care. Like I'm into the mystery of like why they're on the journey, and then you find out what's in the case, and you're just like, oh, okay. And then as you go along, like, oh, there's that famous person. Oh, there's Matt Damon. There's Pedro Pascal. Okay, so it feels a little half baked, but I think if you're looking for like a lesbian representation in a movie, this might be something you'd want to check out, because that's a lot of the humor and the dialogue is about that. So.
Gotcha. I'm glad I just didn't blindly take my kid to those shorts.
Yeah. Well, it's also subtle. Like the storytelling's so subtle. Like I think he might just like only pay attention to the animation, which is again great. Like there's a reason they're there, but I don't know if he's mature enough to like understand really what's going on.
Probably not.
You know, none of it's like explicit. You know. So,
but it's not like, there's nothing that's lava from Pixar in it.
Yeah.
Just a couple volcanoes singing.
Yeah. Back to the Henry Sugar thing. I just remembered like it kind of all takes place in a room. So he tells this epic story, like all contained within like a soundstage, which is just so creative. Yeah.
Nice. Yeah. Wes Anderson made a few of them, because there's a whole hub on Netflix. You can watch them.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah.
I thought this was like all of them in like one package, but so there's like,
it might be. I don't know. I haven't watched it yet.
Yeah. Cause the Henry Sugar story kind of tells, like, I think two other person's stories in the process. So like, yeah, Ben Kingsley has a whole solo thing, and then Cumberbatch has a different thing that like wraps around them all. Yeah, and then God, what's his name? He's actually playing Roald Dahl. Anyway, sorry. Let's just do your thing.
It's okay. How long ago did you see these, Brad? Your memory slipping you?
Last week.
Yeah, so I've just been back on my journey of having Blu-rays that I haven't watched. And I'm making some pretty good progress. I'm up to like 19. So for those who've listening for the first time and don't know what the hell I'm talking about, I have 321 Blu-rays that I've purchased and haven't watched yet. Now some of them are 4Ks that I've upgraded. But most of them are stuff I've bought that I haven't watched yet. And just a couple. I mentioned on the show last week that I didn't watch them yet, but the Karate Kid trilogy on 4K. As I watched the first Karate Kid, I forgot how much I loved that movie when I was growing up, and how much fun the movie is. But it's also a really great drama about, being bullied and starting over in a new place. Because, they never in the first movie explicitly say why they left.
New Jersey.
Yeah, they're New Jersey, but you can tell it's something that his mom wanted a new start or something. So it's kind of cool because also, the mom's a good person. There's really no, really the only bad guy is what's his name? Is it Reese? Krieg.
John Kreese. John Kreese.
Yeah, Kreese. Jeez, two of them combined. He's really the only bad guy because even I forgot the little character beats when he's in the tournament of the Cobra Kai guys not wanting to hurt him. They
want to fight with honor, but
but their sensei won't let them, and they're so driven by their desire to please their sensei that they do it. I forgot those little character beats, but the movie's really good.
So growing up, you were on Daniel's side.
Oh yeah, totally.
Yeah, because growing up, there's some people who were actually. I thought Daniel was the bully.
Oh,
did you know that?
No, I haven't heard that because
that's the whole impetus for Cobra Kai.
Well, yeah, because Cobra Kai is telling it from a different point of view. But I know when I watched the movie, the people at his new school are pretty mean to him. For no reason.
That's what I'm saying. Like the inspiration for that idea was from the fact that there's an online swath of people who are like, no, dude, like Daniel's the bully because they halfway through the movie they kind of had like a ceasefire, and then Daniel at the Halloween thing when Johnny's smoking weed in the bathroom, sprays water on him, he starts the whole thing up again, so it's his own fault.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's that whole thing of Johnny's not totally the bad guy. It was like, oh, we can make a whole show out of that.
Interesting.
And have you seen Cobra Kai?
Yeah. I've watched, I think, 2.5 seasons of it.
Oh, yeah, so good.
Yeah, it's a good movie, show.
That one episode where they're out in the woods and the one friend's dying,
Mm-hmm. Yeah, for a show that didn't start on YouTube or something.
Yeah, the first season was a YouTube original.
Yeah, and it kind of blossomed into what it is now.
Yeah, 5 seasons.
Yeah, so 2 and 3 are fun. They're definitely not as good as the first one.
You don't like 3? 3's my favorite.
Is it?
A whole movie where a bunch of rich old guys just pick on a college student. Try to ruin his life. Is that your favorite?
Yeah, totally.
Just picks on some small business owners. Yeah. A rich dude goes out of his way to make this kid's life. Yeah. Has time in his busy schedule doing, I don't know, business stuff. I'm going to make some.
It never specified. Maybe that's where Tommy Wiseau got the idea. Never really specify what you're doing. Just know.
Just let the audience figure it out. They're smart.
Yeah. So yeah, Karate Kid's fun. I rewatched American Made, which is that Tom Cruise drug smuggling movie where he's this guy named Barry Seal, and he's bored with his job at TWA and decides to take a job working for quote unquote the CIA. And when he's doing it, he decides he's also going to smuggle drugs. And he's intricate into introducing guns to the drug cartel, and he's basically playing both sides. And I did, after I watched the movie again, I went and did research, and most of what happened in the movie is kind of true. He really was a guy who did it. And he was assassinated by the Pablo Escobar's drug cartel. They embellish a little bit of the story, and Tom Cruise is really good in it. It's a well-made movie, kind of one of his later films that slipped under the radar, it seems.
Yeah, I saw it once and I can barely remember. All I remembered was that it was based on a real thing.
Yeah, and sometimes real life things are sometimes a lot more trippy than made up stuff. And the last thing I watched is a movie I hadn't seen, and I'm preparing to see, you know, for our movie of the week this week. I watched Dune, 2021's Dune by Denis Villeneuve. And he still knows how to make things look really nice on screen. Visually, he's an incredible director. And the film is actually, I know you put that, try to stay awake, and I thought the film was actually pretty interesting. But it is very dense, if that makes any sense.
I mean, it requires 2 parts, so
yeah,
had a lot to cover in the first one.
And you know, like I really liked it. Just the names seemed really out of place because they're normal names, like Paul. Like, huh.
Yeah, Duncan, Idaho. That's the guy's name you've heard before. Okay,
I know. And you just, all right, I guess the names aren't creative. The story's cool.
Like that guy should be in a Point Break.
Yeah. one of the ex-presidents.
Johnny Nevada or Johnny Utah. Yeah.
Johnny Utah, and then we got Duncan, Idaho.
In Dune.
Fits right in.
It is, kind of odd that, in a galaxy far, far away, it's just like some guy's named Paul.
Yeah. Hey, Mike. What?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's interesting. I've seen the 1984 Dune once, so long ago. I couldn't even tell you what happened in it. I know Sting's in it.
Patrick Stewart's in it, apparently. I haven't seen it. I don't know.
Yeah, so I have really no basis to compare it to because anything I say wouldn't add up, if that makes sense, because I don't remember anything from it. But the movie itself I thought was really cool. Zendaya's in it, and was really heavily marketed, I remember. And she's not in it very much, the actual movie. She reminds me a lot of her role in Spider-Man Homecoming, where she's like this really big star. I mean, past my time, I know she's on Disney or something. And it's a big deal that she's in the movies, but she's not in them that much, if that makes sense. But maybe in this next one, she'll feature more of a prominent role.
Seems like she is.
Yeah, I mean, obviously they fall in love or something, and he's there long enough for his eyes to turn blue. So I guess he's, stained by the spice that goes through the air.
Yeah, I only saw it once when it came out, and it's gorgeous to look at. Definitely visually amazing. But yeah, I can't remember like the nuances of the story. Like all I remember is like they get attacked, and like that's the whole movie, and then they run away, and then it just ends, and you're like, oh, okay. I hope they make the sequel.
As I was watching it, I go, man, I feel like I've been watching this a long time, and it doesn't feel like anything's been resolved.
Yeah.
And
then like a movie about this one big assault.
He fought that. Yeah, he fought that one dude to the death, and I go, oh, this is going to end really soon. And yeah, I mean, Corinne, when I told her I hadn't watched Dune, she's sending me these messages like, what, you stupid motherfucker?
How could you?
Yeah, something like that. I mean, she was actually probably pretty nice about it, but I mean, I could tell how she wrote him to me that she was like calling me a stupid motherfucker,
The other thing I noticed while I was watching it, I don't remember what came first, but I was like, I feel like Star Wars took some beats from this.
I think.
I mean,
that
Star Wars and this are all from like Star Wars and this, they're all from like the hero's journey story. So obviously there's a chosen one, and he's got special powers that no one else has. So yeah, but
that's a good question.
Yeah, I can't remember if the book came first before Star Wars or after. Yeah, so
there's an easy way. Let me just type it into the Google machine.
Whoa, the internet?
Yeah,
that you can look stuff up on the internet.
You can. Yeah, Dune came out in 1965.
Okay, so George Lucas probably read it and then took some inspiration from that.
Yeah, the hero's journey.
I can set up my own galaxy with my own rules and powers.
And no one can tell me what to do.
I'll create a sand planet called Tatooine. and It won't be the Luke Skywalker will have Force powers. Yeah, this is it.
And there'll be a big crime boss. And I'll call him Jabba.
How should I design the Sarlacc pit? I don't want it to be a worm outside the sand. I want it to be inside.
Genius.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, I thought it was a really good movie.
Yeah, I mean, I'm excited to see the new one this week. So
yeah, the new one's getting really good reviews.
Get some closure on this thing.
Are you sure? I'm guessing there's going to be another one. I have this feeling.
If it does cliffhanger into a third one, I'm just going to stand up in the audience and go like, "What?"
just do like what Patton Oswalt brothers did when you saw Jerry Maguire.
Fuck you.
Fuck you. Hey, speaking of Corinne, she sent us a Showtime. I guess we should probably listen to it.
I hope it's just 15 minutes of her yelling at you for not watching Dune.
That'd be sweet.
Hey nerds, Corinne here for another installment of Showtime, where I talk about something cool I've been watching lately. I know I said last time I was going to talk about anime, but I'll give you all a reprieve this week, and I'll only talk about some other shows that I've been watching. Yeah, some of my favorites are back now after all the strikes and everything, so I'm really excited. Abbott Elementary came back 3 weeks ago, and it's gone well so far. Been some shakeups with the characters and just, where they're at in life and what they're doing. So I'm kind of enjoying that. I think it's going to be a shorter season, obviously. And I'm like, well, if you're going to experiment, now is the time to do it. So yeah, been enjoying that. Then Ghosts came back 2 weeks ago and, really liking the new season. I've got some ideas on, they supposedly, killed off a character, but I'm like, I don't know if they really did. They left it open-ended enough that I'm pretty sure this character is going to end up coming back later in the season, but, we'll see. So, yeah, and then, let's see, Bad Batch came back earlier this week. They released the first 3 episodes of the season. Oh man, season 3 is definitely going to be the best of the show. I can just tell you. If you haven't seen The Bad Batch and you're at all a Star Wars fan, I highly recommend it. It is so good. I won't say it's Andor level, but I mean, it's Clone Wars, Rebels quality, I would say. It might be a little half step down from both of those shows, but I mean, it's subjective. Just depends on what you like. And it's got some, more episodic things, but even some of those, I'm like, it's just kind of fun to see the characters just spending time together before, shit hits the fan, which, believe me, it does, and then it breaks your heart. But, well, all is sort of well for now, so I'm like, well, I mean, not. We just need these characters to get all back on the same page again. It's just breaking my heart out here. So yeah, highly recommend The Bad Batch. It's on Disney Plus if you have that, or I'm sure you can stream it somewhere else. Wink, wink. One other thing I'll talk about real quick is the live-action adaptation of Avatar: The Last Airbender on Netflix. I'm a big fan of the original show, and I'm thinking I'm gonna do another Showtime post on the Real Nerd site at some point about the original show, because it's actually a family favorite with me and my sisters, and we were talking earlier this month about what some of our favorite episodes are, so I think I might put a combined top 10 episode list together for me and my sisters, because we have a lot of the same ones in common. But anyway, the new version, it's not the worst thing ever. It's definitely, in some regards, better than the M. Night Shyamalan movie, the movie that shall not be named. But it's actually kind of sad how bad some of it looks, as far as the effects and the backgrounds, and it's kind of I can tell most of this was just shot on a sound stage, and it's kind of frustrating how restrictive it is, whereas going back and looking at clips of the old M. Night Shyamalan movie, not that it's necessarily well made, but it's they definitely shot on location more often, and it doesn't feel quite so constricted. And I also feel the costumes were handled a little bit better, because it feels a little bit more lived in and not quite so, so bright and colorful. And it's like, I don't know, like, obviously when it's a cartoon you can do that, but when it's live action, it's like, I feel like some of this should be dirty or faded or muted or something to feel a little bit more lived in. Everything looks a little too clean, a little too crisp. But I think the casting was really well done. The acting was pretty good. I think most of my problems are with the writing, and I might do a post about, some of the things I liked about the show and some of the things I didn't, but that's for another time. But in general, I'd say it's okay. I'll probably revisit it at some point, but I'm not like jumping at the chance to like, oh, I gotta go back and rewatch the whole thing. It did feel kind of long. I'm like, I would much rather watch the entire animated show, like all 3 seasons, than I would the first season of the live action show, if that helps at all. But then again, I'm down to watch Avatar The Last Airbender like any day of the week, so that's not really saying much. But yeah, Netflix's Avatar, I'm like, it's okay. I'll probably revisit it at some point, but I'm also not dying at the chance to do so. But I am curious to see. I've seen a lot of like, people are split on this online. Some people love it, some people hate it. I'm kind of in the it's okay camp. Some things about it I can appreciate. Other things I'm like, oh man, that change was not good. So, anyway, that's where I stand on it, if anybody really gives a shit. But, yes, next time I do one of these Showtime things, I will be talking about anime. So, y'all better buckle down. Strap yourselves in, boneheads. You're going for a ride. I know that's not the actual quote, but I know it's going to make Ryan mad that I said it wrong. So, all right, I'll talk to you guys later. Happy to hear Brad and Ryan had fun at well, maybe they had fun at the room. I don't know. Maybe it was terrible. I'm curious to hear about it. So, take care, everybody, and I'll talk to y'all next time with something. Bye.
I haven't listened to it. Have you?
Unfortunately, it's not her screaming at you for not watching Dune. It's just about the Bad Batch coming back, and yeah.
Yeah, she also told me to watch this anime called Spy X. And, one day she'll realize that, I'm probably not going to watch anime unless I'm forced to, like our 600th episode,
Could happen, yeah. And also, like the Netflix or the live action Last Airbender TV show she talked about. Stuff you love.
Yeah. Oh, totally. I don't mind that. I do have the cartoon, and I've watched it because James said it was good, and the cartoon is really good.
Yeah, that's what I've heard.
But I don't know if there needs to be a live action of it.
Yeah, like there's so much adaptation of like animation these days. Like as a kid, I was like, oh, what would it look like? Like, how cool would it be to see this as like a realistic looking thing? And as a 40-year-old, I'm just like, 30 years of this, I'm just like, I don't know if any of it's been like that essential.
Yeah.
Like it was genius as an animation.
I agree.
I mean, not to shit on the Simpsons movie, but just because I've been watching 26 seasons of the Simpsons now.
Wow.
It's just like the movie just seems like such a blip of like if they made more of them, it like would have been, I don't know, better for it. But now I'm just like, it just feels like I watched an extended episode at this point.
Yeah, because I mean, you could probably fit that snugly into whatever season it was in.
Yeah.
And the movie's really funny and it's really well done. But yeah, I mean.
Yeah, and like the animation on the show today, like the quality of it is like the movie. So it's like.
Oh, yeah, it's crazy because, actually, I'll be posting for the first time in like 3 years, watching every episode of Family Guy because Kellen's getting into Family Guy. And watching how far their animation has come too is pretty impressive.
Yeah. Yeah, on Disney Plus where I'm streaming it, like the only place you can stream it, like the first 10 seasons, when they're doing hand-drawn animation, they didn't like remaster it. They just took the existing, I guess, digitized files and then just kind of like stretched them to fit the widescreen. So like there's that. And then there's also like, you can see the cell, like there's a little shadow under everything.
Mm-hmm.
Cause they haven't like, done anything to digitally remaster it. And then, yeah, so like after season 20, like it's all computers. So everything's just like pristine and perfect.
Yeah, you do lose some of that, I don't know what you'd call it.
But it's incredible that like almost every episode, I think since the 20th season has like the intro, all the like opening intros have like some, like not even just the couch gag, like they all have some kind of custom thing added to it.
Yeah.
Like all these Christmas themes and obviously the Halloween themes. And like, it's just incredible, like how the animation is like watching that much progression of animation, 30 years worth is just impressive.
Oh yeah, I agree.
Like there's one part where Homer's in the backyard. I forget what he's doing, but like it zooms out and there's like a 3D, cell shaded 3D thing of like the backyard and Springfield that like Matrix zooms, like spins around. And you're just like, Jesus, like that never would have been possible back then.
Oh yeah. Even they do, like Family Guy does push focuses and things like that. You could never do that when that show first came out.
Yeah. Yeah. I just watched an episode where Santa's Little Helper, like the show starts on him walking through the kitchen and it's like the camera's low, his level, but yeah, they blur out all the cabinets and everything. And then you see like everyone's feet under the table. It's just like, wow. It's like, it looks like it's shot cinematically, if an actual camera was in their room with them.
And how are those older episodes of The Simpsons, like, because they're older now, the 20 to 26 seasons, still funny?
Oh, yeah, surprisingly, like, obviously they don't have, like, the heart that the, first 10 do.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, there's stuff where I'm just like, bah, ha, ha, like, laughing at, like, I didn't, and there's some, like, I really should just be doing what you're doing and, like, chronicling as I go. It seems like a waste. I'm just watching it and moving on. But, yeah, there were some, like, coded jokes. I was like, oh my God, did anyone else get that? Like, yeah. Yeah, I wish I had a specific example, but yeah, it's just, I thought I would like be breezing through them. I thought like I'd be watching them, but not paying attention to them. But yeah, there's stuff in there. It's like, oh my God, that's great. That's like a season 1 through 10 thing. It's great.
Yeah. I mentioned last week I cut cable and it's kind of forcing me to, watch stuff like that. So I got the Blu-ray of 30 Rock because it's on sale at Best Buy for, I don't know, like $30. And you forget when you get wrapped up into how like clever the shows are and how much you like them. And it's the one thing I've liked about not having cable. It's forcing me, one, to watch Blu-rays I haven't watched yet, instead of just, I'll just put on SportsCenter. And so I've been actually having a lot of fun these last couple weeks with just blindly watching stuff, and it's been good. It's been good.
Nice, yeah.
Yeah.
Welcome to my world, because I've had cable since like 2009.
I know, it's been fun. Next week we are seeing Dune Part 2. So that'll be fun. It looks like it's going to be a pretty big movie.
It better be.
And until then, we'll see you at the movies.
Real nerd knows who shot a real nerd can follow the plot and a real nerd will give it all they got. Lights, camera, action. Real nerds.
Thanks for listening to Real Nerds Podcast, a Nebulous Visions production. Stream or download episodes, read articles at realnerdspodcast.com. Stream us on Apple or Google Podcast, Stitcher, Spotify, or iHeartRadio. Follow us on Facebook, Real Nerds Podcast. Twitter and Instagram, @Real Nerds. Watch us on YouTube, Real Nerds Podcast. Email us at realnerds@gmail.com. Call us at 720-6nerds5. Thank you to Sparks Mandrill, Mike at Plan 9 Studios, and Belonium for all of our groovy theme songs. And that's how you fucking do it!